everyone. I'm Allison, I think, and welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of Survivor 46. This is definitely a new era. I'm gonna finally agree with Jeff. This is a new era. We thought we'd seen it all. We thought that the nuts had been cracked.
Several of them.
Not the this is I'm speechless tonight. I am so freaking speechless after last week and this week. I don't know where to effing begin.
Well, I think we should begin with Jolinski because you kind of teased last night on the Traders recap that you had words about Jolinski, and we'll get into like episode 2 proper, but like I just want to set the stage for the Hot Mess Express iconic first boot that was Jolinski. Allison's looking for her fly swatter. I can just tell.
No, my cat was over here and I was looking for him. But
okay.
No, I don't refer to him as Jolinski. It's Fulinski. I can't with this guy. He was quitting immediately. And I don't know if you guys watched the Mike Bloom question deal. Apparently he quit answering a question immediately when they got on the island, and that was a big red effing flag. And then he just quits you got like several minutes left. I don't know what minute you're on there. Several means 7 because it's spelled similarly. It don't make any gosh damn sense. I can't get on a reality show, but this asshole can. Okay,
listen.
It's just quitter.
At least he gave us like good TV though, right?
Yeah.
How many times have we gone on this effing show and said that Modern Survivor is such a snooze fest lately?
No.
And I feel like he has set the stage perfectly for just like a hot mess season.
Please,
galore.
I'm so ready.
Yes.
Mess.
So ready.
This is messy. This is a newborn blowout that has gone up the back, in the hair. It's all over. You're in the car. It's in the car seat. It is on every effing thing. This is bad. It's so bad it's good, but it's bad.
I would much rather have messy players than a season full of game bots.
Like, he didn't quit. Yeah, he didn't quit though.
He didn't quit. Like, that's great.
Of all the times that I wanted someone to quit and have the torch not snuffed, this would have been the perfect opportunity to do that. I don't even think that Jeff should have snuffed out Fulinski's torch because it just maybe the torch should have put itself out and just quit. The torch quits quitting on you.
Well, I want to formally introduce our guests tonight.
Yes,
we have Nate and Matt Henning. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
doing all right.
Yeah. This season's been good. Australian Survivor's been good too. So like Survivor's been eating so far this year, and it's been great. 2024 so far has been a great start for Survivor.
Yeah, for real. Gosh, yeah, where do we even start? I think like actually I know where to start because look at this draft that we have here.
You know, Tyler, there's a first time for everything. So I'll let you have it. I'm going to let you have it. Go ahead. Relish in it.
Listen.
You know who else relished in victories? Hitler.
You're not wrong, but for the podcast listeners, Allison, her first 2 picks of the draft were Jess and Jolinski. And I just wanted to point out, like, her draft is off to an iconic start here. All she's missing is Venus. I feel like that's like the next like target per se here, but yeah, I just had to point that out just at the top of the show here.
Yeah.
I can't. Like I can't. I don't even remember a lot about last week's episode. Other than it was just, yeah, I'm sorry, bad comparison. But I got what's his name? Bandy
Banu. Yeah.
It's Banu.
I'm shocked he left tonight. I'm shocked. Or he didn't leave. I mean, but like,
yeah.
I feel like if I were on Survivor, I'd be Bono. I feel like I'd be screaming at everybody. I feel like I'd be yelling and screaming and hold on. I gotta get my kitty in a minute. It's just I get it. Like I get him. Like I get it. But also stop giving away everything. Who are we voting for? Tell me who to vote for. Stop making. What did she say, Tiffany?
Stop making the block hot. I believe.
Stop making the block hot. Okay.
Matt, I want to hear from you. What are your first impressions of these 3 tribes?
The purple tribe is a mess. The orange tribe is going to end up being too cocky for their own good. So I'm looking for a winner on the green tribe, and I'm not sure who it is yet.
Okay. I think that's a good take.
Any tribe that decorates an immunity idol that they don't get to like keep all the time, is just asking for trouble.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Nate? What are your do you agree with Matt? Do you think the winners on the green tribe this year?
I'm not getting winner vibe from any of them, honestly. I think it's a little too early to tell. I think Tiffany or Kenzie has the best winner's equity out of the purple tribe currently. I think out of orange, obviously Tevin. I think Tevin is probably going to go deep. The fact that he's so overtly social is a problem for his game. But I think Venus is just she's either going to make it very far or she's blowing up currently. However, I can see Randon helping her out, which that was a huge lifesaver for her. But
they ran over with a wagon.
Like I was getting flashbacks to what's her face from Island of the Idols, the lady who chopped her finger open, and she's like, no one cared.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember.
I can't remember her name. But
it's like you ran over me with a wagon.
I'm just like, girl, get over it.
Crushed me.
It happens. I do think that she's correct in the assessment of a lot of the people on her tribe. However, Karishma, yes.
Thank you, Samuel.
However, I think Venus needs to just relax, cool down for a second, and just reassess.
Okay, Nate.
Yeah.
Mermaid Dragon. Listen. Don't you think everybody needs to relax? I mean, everyone needs to relax.
I mean, to be fair, Jess probably relaxed too much, and that's why she's not there anymore.
Oh my God. Jeff is just like, I don't even think he knows what to think about what's going on. I mean, I can't, I wish they had shown the dumb questions that he asked when they all got on the island. Like, would you rather tell someone that they have a pickaboo booger in their nose, or would you rather be stuck on an airplane next to a chronic farter? How's this game related, Jeff? If you smack yourself in the face, are you weak or are you strong? Jeff, how about I smack you in the face? Stop it.
I do like the banter. Speaking of this season, the banter this season is great.
It's wonderful.
It's so refreshing.
Yes.
Allison, would you want to self-evict if you had to listen to me list 108 Taylor Swift songs?
Okay, let me I thought about you. And
I could easily do that.
I could do that. It would be Tyler versus Allison, but it would be Taylor Swift songs versus 80s songs.
Okay.
I could name, I'm pretty sure there's definitely more 80s songs than Taylor Swift songs. I mean, whatever.
Well, God, I would hope so.
Oh, yeah.
If you're picking from an entire decade.
But if I had to pick somebody, you got to think about it. Taylor Swift puts out an album every year. There's 28 songs on every album, CD, or whatever the hell. And it's like, I don't know, like I'd have to go into like, I'd have to dig deep into like, okay, the Beatles or
Yeah, you'd have to go with someone who's multi-generational.
classic
if
rock,
like or
Beyonce.
someone like Cher or
Yeah.
Madonna.
Madonna. Oh, that would be a good one. Madonna. We should do that sometime.
Listen, just tell me when. We'll set up a show. We'll make it happen. I'm confident I could beat you in this.
See, that's your problem. You're so confident. You're
confident. The advantage Tyler has is it's an obsession for him. It's not an obsession for you, Allison.
What? Music?
Just I don't see you as obsessed with one specific artist as much as Tyler is obsessed with Taylor Swift.
I'm too busy being obsessed with my grandchildren and my cat. I mean, I don't have room for anything else.
Listen, really even if you don't want to do the Taylor Swift battle, let's do the Glee cast battle. I could easily do that as well.
You and this Glee shit, I will never understand. All I ever freaking Glee. That's all I ever hear about.
Literally,
I'll defend Tyler on that one. Glee was a good show.
Literally too happy for Allison.
Yeah, I did. If it's got Dateline, 48 Hours, Snapped, or somebody getting murdered and a body hidden in a basement, or somebody getting exhumed, I'm not into it.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, I want to talk about Venus for a second because I really feel bad for her. Like, to kind of like start this overarching theme of like messy behavior this season, and dare I say possibly villainous behavior. I know we don't like that word on US Survivor, but I am seeing some V word villains emerging this season. And I feel bad for Venus. Like I feel like she hasn't really done a lot to really warrant this behavior against her. I feel like she feels like super isolated. Like it's two very different forms of, I hate to use this word because I feel like it's so overused, but bullying. Like Jess, like they're really just trying to like actively pull the rug beneath her and like hee ha ha all the way there. Whereas like Venus, like they're really just kind of like icing her out. And both of those like versions of bullying are just like really not sitting very well with me. And I know I come on the show saying like, oh, we want villains, we want like messy, like bad behavior, but like, I don't know. It just like doesn't hit the same with these two instances for me.
I don't like bullying at all. And I'll be honest with you, Tyler, when I was watching what they were doing to Jess with the fake idol, it bothered me. Look, I'm all for good. I'm all for good TV. I'm all for all of it. But I was severely bullied and like it was bad. And I know what it's like to be fooled and humiliated. And it wasn't even gameplay. But the feeling is still the same. You know, I just don't think they needed to go to that extreme. Just vote her ass out.
Yeah.
And she plays her shot in the dark. So what?
Yeah.
You know, so like
there's a 1 in 6 chance that she saves herself. Yeah, like I don't get I really don't understand. I think they're more afraid that someone else is going to throw their vote, and that's what's going to throw things off. But like, you know where the idol is. If you're really afraid that that's going to happen, the idol is probably coming out, right? So it's like, I don't know. I think they're trying to like do ideal points of the situation, and there's really like this early in the game, there's very few consequences for pulling a stunt like that. So I understand why they felt like it was fine going that far, because if they lose again, they're just taking Banu out. Like,
yeah. You know what gets me? It's like the communication is the problem. Boy, they got no issues communicating when it comes to assholery and being bullied. Am I right? I mean, like kind of communication during a challenge, dude. I mean,
with episode 1, I hated Kenzie. By the end of this week, I hate Kenzie more.
Yeah, I'm not a big Kenzie fan. Like, I'm sure she's a great person.
Yeah, I mean, she could be a great person in her real life, but ever since she started talking, I've had the overwhelming urge to rage. Because, like, her first thing was, like, we're the beautiful people. Like, that was her, like, opening alliance thought is, these are the pretty people. And I'm like,
Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
It's just like when people are like, we're the pretty people. Like, okay, you've never felt ugly, but you're being ugly. You're
Yeah.
being incredibly ugly.
And I hate to like bring this up, but like it
Are
often
my eyes blue when I cry?
oh my god, I was
Bitch,
like
get outta
rolling my
here.
eyes at that comment. But for real though, like you're totally right, Matt. And like oftentimes the person that receives the brunt of that, like there's a really nasty trend of like Asian women in particular, like statistically being targeted.
Is this the 5th or 6th season? Like an Asian woman has gone out second.
Yeah, it's
or
really,
within the first 3 votes.
it's like before like the first challenge even happened for the Purple Tribe, I feel like they had this like preconceived notion of Jessica's value on the tribe and it being less than compared to everybody else. And I don't like it. It's pretty like visible to me, this like trend, and I don't know if it's like just like an overarching theme like racially, or if like that's how they're casting like Asian women in Survivor is like more like weaker Asian women, weaker in terms of like physical, like, you know what I mean? Like
Bess isn't even physically bad. She's
the chicken
very
or the egg,
evil.
you know?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like she didn't do anything like egregious either.
Yeah.
Like Banu was literally screaming at her while like the shortest
he's
girl
screaming in her
on
face.
Yes.
holding up 4 blocks, and he's screaming at her when she drops one. Like it's just way over the top, and it feels a little pointed.
If you think she's the weakest person on your tribe, why are you having her hold 4 blocks?
Yeah, and why are you having her hold like all the blocks and then screaming in her face,
or all the blocks in the
drops them all?
center?
It's because they want her to fail in like a really like gross way. So
that's why I said I don't see anything coming out of the Purple Tribe. Because I think they're too self-centered. Like there's no way they can function as a group.
Oh, they're bullies.
Like I could literally see that tribe actually dissolving.
Yes, and it should. Yes.
Because I don't see how they're going to win a challenge because they cannot communicate with one another.
Yeah. And it is in the chat, Tom Gee says, I get the feeling Tiffany and Kinsey did that fake idol just to embarrass you. Yeah, it's like, why add insult to injury? I mean, why? There's no point.
And Q can like kind of shake his hands free of the whole situation, even though he like went in and was like, yeah, here it is. Because at the end of the day, he was in full control of everything that was happening. So it was like,
I wouldn't say his hands are clean.
I know, but I'm saying
tribally his hands are clean. I think like overall ethically his hands are just as dirty as the
I agree. I think strategically he can just be like, nope, this wasn't my plan. I was just participating in it because it gave me a better advantage overall. For me personally, I think that I don't think that was correct for Q going like for the short term. I think it would have been better for him if he had joined up with Banu and with Jess and voted out Kenzie. Because at the end of the day, if this tribe is going to be as disastrous as it has been and it continues to be this way, he is 3rd in the pecking order. They're like, I think he's 3rd. Kenzie is better for Tiffany going forward, in my opinion. I think Tiffany's always going to be a bigger target over her than Q. Whereas I think between her and Q, I think Q is not going to stand out as much. Q kind of just comes off as like your standard athlete dude. And he is like well liked. I do think the tribe overall likes him. But yeah, I think for I think it was smarter for Q to keep Jess. I think Jess is more loyal. She knows how to keep her mouth shut. She clearly just wants to be told what to do. She doesn't like. She was only throwing out Kenzie's name because she felt like she had no other choice.
I feel bad for Banu.
I feel like Jess and Venus are in the same situation. Of they're not being heard at all. So it's like I could say everyone's name. To everyone, and no one's gonna listen. And if I'm Banu, I realize I'm going. So like their whole plan to stop a shot in the dark is gone, because if they lose again, he's going to play it because he's not stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate to bring this up all the time because I know it makes Tyler insane. When I played Sequester back in the day,
Back in my day,
8 years ago, if you can believe it, when it all started. I know, right? Now, you already know.
Yeah.
Listen,
I was on before you.
Honey, we're there. We're there. We're senior citizens of the Sequester group. Listen, here's the thing. I can remember we would pop into these rooms and people are I would have it like, okay, this is what I think. No one ever took me seriously. Nobody ever freaking listened to me. Nobody ever. I was like, you know what? F you people. I'm going to do this myself. So I got the little shield or whatever that I can't remember what they're called.
LOS, I believe.
Yeah, and I protected myself. I did sneaky little votes, and I got the people out that I wanted out the way I wanted to do it because you fuckers didn't want to listen to me.
It was beautiful to watch.
Appreciate that, but it's like sometimes you've got to take your destiny in your own hands. I'm not saying, be social, do what you need to do, but sometimes you can control the game. You tell them what they want to hear. Do this. You don't have to tell them you have an idol. You don't have to tell them you have an advantage. Okay, y'all think we're going to do this tonight? That's fine. Y'all write that name down, and I'm going to say I am. I'll use my idol. Y'all know I don't have it. I'm going to get so-and-so out. Period. End of discussion. Next. Listen to me next time, maybe.
I also think that with the way that Survivor is formatted currently, if you are introverted in general, with how fast the game moves, it is very difficult for you to play the game early on.
Yes.
And it is even harder if you're an introverted woman on top of that. Because as we've seen, which even though Jeff Probst wants to deny this, that there is no trend with women going out, there unfortunately has been a trend in not only this era, but the entirety of Survivor where women do get picked off early. I think towards the end of like the original 39-day run up until season 40, I think that was starting to change in terms of how early votes were working. But I think we kind of reverted back to that because of the fact that they kind of made tribe strength incredibly important very early, and that's just not Survivor.
Well, I feel like so long as you have 3 tribes of 6, tribe strength is always going to be viewed as too important.
Yeah.
Like, I really wish we would get back to 2 tribes of 9.
I know. I'm really missing that.
Over this 3 tribes. And the thing that really gets me is when I think about Survivor and the young kids who watch Survivor, who are themselves introverted and are socially awkward, and this is their outlet, and they see the way people who are similar to them are treated, and how Jess, in my opinion, was humiliated by what they did to her. What kind of message does that send to these kids? It's not good, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get on a soapbox or anything. No, that's where my mind goes because I'm a mom. I'm a grandma. Yeah. So that's where my mind goes.
I support your soapbox, Allison. I support you.
I support it to a degree. I do think that in the game of Survivor, it is important to be willing to play a little dirty sometimes. I think that if you're willing to play dirty this quickly, that's a problem. And that's called you're going to do anything. And you don't want to show your cards that quickly. I think Kenzie showed a lot of her cards tonight. And I think that like the fact that Tiffany and Q definitely took notice. And I think they're keeping their eye on Kenzie just to make sure, because especially with the next vote being so detrimental, like Banu, if they're this afraid of the shot in the dark, like Banu might not go home next tribal if they go, because they'll be just terrified that of Banu saving himself. Again, that shouldn't matter because they just revote. So
how are we feeling about the shot in the dark these days?
It's a nothing advantage. Like all it does is kind of encourage bad play. And I don't
think that's a bad thing though.
Bad play in a sense that's not particularly entertaining.
I guess I like the shot in the dark just because it gives the person on the bottom something.
That's the positive.
Like if you're in Venus's position, if they went to tribal and like she didn't have this relationship with Brandon that she suddenly made, I like her having a chance to do something.
I agree.
Rather than just it being a Jess thing where it's like everyone's just going to write Jess and Jess is going to go home.
Yeah.
If Jess had wanted to play her shot in the dark, I feel like it gives her a chance to shake up the game.
Mm-hmm.
God, it wasn't even a decent fake idol either.
No,
It looked like something my cat threw up. It really did. It looked like my cat ate a bracelet and threw it up.
We needed a sidebar from
"Ew."
Yam Yam and Carolyn.
Yeah, it's bad. It was not like I was really hoping Jess would not play it. I was really girl.
I was hoping she was going to play the idol, and then when he said it was fake, she was going to be like, I also played my shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Like I had a backup plan in case this was a fake.
And with Banu blowing up at that, like the idol didn't matter. Like in my opinion, I think Banu almost sent himself home. Like that's. I was getting flashbacks to Ko Wrong, where the one lady like got up on her like stool and was like, "Please keep me." Oh my god. And I'm like, Banu, chill. You're not the target. And for anyone, relax.
Yeah. I just can't wait for them to go back to tribal next and realize the problem wasn't Jessica, but realize the problem was the terrible communication that is going on throughout this entire tribe. And that really stemming back to Banu. Like he really is so like he is such an emotional player, and like I love the mess. Like I love the drama. I wish like
he's training himself.
Right.
Turning into a mermaid dragon.
Yeah. I feel like if they go back to tribal, I feel like it's an easy decision for who the next person to go home will be.
Yeah.
What does that even mean, becoming a mermaid dragon?
It's a metaphor, and Jeff likes his metaphors.
But what is it? I'm old, man. I just turned 47. I don't have time for this.
Pretty in the front, dangerous in the back, maybe? I don't know.
Like a mullet? You're a mullet. Be a mullet. Why do we have to bedazzle a mullet and call it okay? I can't. I'm too far. I'm sorry.
I finally realized who Banu reminds me of from Survivor. He reminds me of Russell Swan.
Yeah.
From Philippines and Samoa. Is that his original season? Yeah.
Russell's a better player than Banu in every way.
Well, the way he played in Philippines, I don't know if he was a better player.
I disagree. I think he played Philippines better than he did his original season. I think he was toast his original season if his tribe wasn't so good at winning challenges. But.
What did y'all think during the immunity challenge when who was the chick that sat out on the yellow Liz, who was yelling, "You got," like she was just you're and everybody was like looking over, like, dude, like why don't you just sound an air horn? You know, it's like nobody. Like,
what is she? No, she said something like it sounded like a political campaign or something. It was like yes, we can or something like that, right?
Yes.
You are. I don't know what she was saying, but just was so annoying to me. I was like, I get what you're doing, girl, but shut the hell up. I can't hold this shit. Can you imagine? I'm 4'11". I'd have to sit out. I'd be like, I got to fall on this sword. I'm not holding up anything unless y'all put me on some shoulders.
Liz is a brand.
Yes.
She's literally a brand on Twitter. She's trying to fit in, and she's trying to seem like a normal person, but she can't help herself. And everyone's like, we know you got money. We know you're not one of us. Shut up.
I'm waiting for the merge. Kinsey makes it to the merge. I'm waiting for the Kinsey and Liz conversation on the beach. I think that'll be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
But so speaking of her, I just have to say, because this is a consistent through line on this show, is I fucking hate when people describe themselves as entrepreneurs. And ding, 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 it's only episode 2 and we have confessionals about, I'm an online entrepreneur. Like, if you're going to call yourself an entrepreneur,
I'm a YouTube
4 businesses and I've sold 2 of them.
Yes.
Oh, God. Calling yourself an unemployed entrepreneur is like even worse. Like,
Nate, are you an unemployed entrepreneur?
Yeah, probably.
I'm a YouTube entrepreneur. I'm a smart ass entrepreneur.
Yes,
I'm
made $5 in monetization in
I'm
2 years.
tapped out in general, literally, physically, mentally, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just had to do a quick entrepreneur check because I knew it was coming sooner or later with these people. But
They should make them spell the word entrepreneur. God, my mind would, how do you even spell it? Like, we got to put around, like, it has like, God, how many arms do we, you've got to use both your arms.
Tyler, you're going to hate this. I have a certificate of entrepreneurship. I would be able to spell that.
Okay, well, you can be on my team, Nate.
At least you have a certificate.
Yeah, to show I actually am one.
It's always so like self-proclaimed.
Entrepreneur. I can't even say it.
It drives me nuts.
I feel like on Survivor now you need to like do a spelling bee before you go on of every Survivor like
Words with
keyword.
frowns or something.
Every
Like,
Survivor phrase, every Survivor thing. Just go full Carson with it and
learn how to spell persistence and metamorphosis and entrepreneurship.
Do you think they were being jerks to the Purple Tribe about Valinsky?
No, that was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't think they were making fun of him. I just think that they were kind of like, "That's a good thing you got rid of him for several reasons."
Yeah, it was funny. I thought it was cheeky.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. But then was Banu. I'm sorry, I'm Southern. Banu. I can hardly speak regular English. Then compares. It talks about, oh, we're not hungry because Gandhi, did all this stuff, and we're just here. We're hungry for the fight. And I was like, okay,
it was a freedom fighter thing.
Yeah,
I get what he was trying to do. I just don't think it translated well. Unfortunately, he did say that English is not his first language. So I think
it was funny because the other girl on that Soda, is it Soda?
Yeah.
She was like ready to fight Badu. Like she was like, yeah. So how's that food taste? And I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be good.
I like that.
And that's why I don't see a winner coming from that orange tribe, because they're going to be targets at the merge, because their egos are going to be humongous. And
but that's
everyone is going to
like,
want to take them down a peg.
Yeah.
But Matt, that's like fun ego. You know what I mean? Like
if you're losing, it's not fun ego.
To me, like that is a much different energy, that like a villain type of like energy that I can root for, instead of like yanking the idol from Venus's hands.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
With that shit, I mean, like just yanking it away from Venus. What is that about?
Like, I like the camaraderie of like, talking a little shit against your enemy team on the mat. I think that's pretty fun.
It will depend upon how long that lasts. If that like shows itself every week, people are going to get sick of it very quickly.
Tyler, you snatch an idol. You snatch an immunity idol from me, it's going to be two places. Either upside your head or in your ass.
Allison's going to snatch it back, and she's going to brain you with it.
Yes.
I'm trying to find it. Apparently, Soda also had words at the first challenge of the season on the mat. I forget what she said, but I do remember it was like, I forget who it was directed at. I think it was Tiffany she directed it at. I'm not super certain, but it was like super like someone said something and she was quick with it. She was like, nah, shut up.
I'm here for the cattiness. I think it's great.
It's good entertainment. We need more Matt Banner.
They lost one challenge. Yeah. It's not like this was the 5th challenge in a row and they were down to one tribe member, and that one tribe member is going, are we gonna merge anytime soon? I mean, it's just kind of like, Jelinsky didn't do any favors for that tribe at all. And the fact that he was shocked when he got voted out was even, dude, no.
Clueless.
You cannot be that stupid. Like
no one wants to believe it's gonna be them.
Yeah.
Well, my grandson's fired from helping me pick. This was his first helping me pick players for the draft. Yes, I did pick Jess. He picked Jelinsky. Just randomly because I guess my son has curly hair like that. It's not as long though, and he just kind of, I guess, associated with his dad. So I put it in there for him. So yeah, whatever.
Wait, who is the gal that you picked fourth? I feel like I haven't seen her literally at all. Right?
That's not.
Is she on this season?
Oh my God, who is that?
I have no idea.
That's not Venus. That's
That's
Who is
Q, Mystery Girl, Liz, and Soda.
Oh, Gem, Jungle Gem.
That's Jungle Gem.
Okay.
I haven't seen her a day in my life.
Wow.
This is me trying to figure out who Jen
it's
is.
because everyone's focused on Charlie on that drive.
Yeah, we did get another Charlie segment tonight of him like wanting to make an alliance with Maria, and we got a cute little flashback to Malcolm and Denise. Do we think that like this alliance is one to be looking out for? Like, do we think this could be a good match here?
Maria's smart.
It's a smart match for both of them because if Maria joins all the boys, she knows she's at the bottom most likely. If it's a 3, if you join you're the only gender of an all like female or an all male alliance, you're automatically going to feel like you're at the bottom. So having a quick 2-person alliance, someone you can trust, will carry you so much further.
Their tribe dynamics are exactly like Bello from last season.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So I didn't see the next week on Survivor. Did y'all?
No.
Anyone?
I don't trust the next week on Survivor.
Yeah,
so.
I did see a little bit. Like Venus was ready to burn everything down.
Oh yeah, is she hot girl angry?
Yeah.
I could see Venus pulling a moment and just pouring the rice out. It's like, you're gonna vote me out? Fine. You have no food.
What if you destroyed the entire camp and they didn't vote you out? And they didn't know you destroyed it. You're like, you guys go ahead. I'm coming. I got to get my torch, whatever. And you just trash the camp and they don't vote you out.
Just take the mission.
I mean, that's what happened with Jatia.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, Tyler.
Just take the machete and just cut the strings that are holding up the roof and then leave.
I think this island's got a bear, guys. I didn't know they had grizzly bears.
I think like she just goes full like Jill from Outlast. Just burns the camp down.
I just I don't know. It's such a messy season, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not bored at all.
No, this season's great. It's
good so far. I love it. Tyler, can you get in?
Okay, we're good. Sorry, Soda's I had the laptop in my hand and Soda just grabbed it out of my hand. So
did she? Damn it. What is the deal with that?
I don't know.
Well, it's because she doesn't like Venus. So she doesn't want Venus. I think for Soda, she feels like Venus contributes nothing. So she shouldn't be touching the idol. Yeah. The idol is for winners, and Venus is not a winner.
Didn't she participate in the challenge?
Yeah, and she solved the...
Do you think Soda cares?
That's true. Good point. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay. Wait, was anybody else's TV like glitching out and like looping the same 3 seconds like for like 4 or 5 times in a row? Because when Venus was describing like she said this big ass cart ran over my toe, and then she said it again and then again. I was like, what is happening right now? So
there's a glitch in the Matrix.
Having internet issues here. Sorry.
I was having internet issues today as well, so it might be an area thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, if a big ass cart runs over your toe, you're going to repeat it as many times as humanly possible.
And no one cared. And it's so funny. It's like Karishma, like, this is going to be, nobody's going to care, Venus. You could purposely hurt you, do all kinds of crazy shit. You could climb a big rock and almost break your face, and nobody's going to care.
This would be her Roman Empire.
I think Venus could single-handedly win their tribe immunity, and they would be like, eh.
I think the best thing for her is when they merge, and if she makes it to the merge, to start winning immunity, single immunity. And
I would love that.
That'd be a big FU, stick it in and break it off, you know?
She is so beautiful. Like, I feel like it's like a little case of like jealousy going on here with Venus.
Yeah. I do like that she clocked Tevin. I do think that Tevin is definitely being edited to look better in the situation.
I had a quote that came to mind that reminds me of Tevin.
Mm-hmm.
Tevin reminds me of, if you're friends with everyone, you're friends with no one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
he's
I think that's going to circle its way around, because I feel like Tevin is being friends with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have to cut someone, everyone's going to realize, oh, you're friends with those people, you're not friends with me.
Ooh, okay. Like, I like this theory, Matt, because like there was somebody said to Tevin in the premiere episode, you're obviously a great social player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if that's like foreshadowing to him being like a losing finalist because of like exactly what you just said.
I see Tevin as like a sixth placer, or like a sixth, seventh placer.
Yeah,
he's done too much of the social butterflying that it's like he's got to go.
They've already clocked him as a good speaker.
Yeah. Edgic-wise, I feel like he's going far. Like, he's been very visible. He was like super featured in like the promo premiere too.
I assume he at least makes merge.
Yes.
I would be shocked if he doesn't, just because I think he's insulated himself enough. But I could see, like, when you hit merge, if that Orange Tribe is still feeling themselves too much, he could be the person from the Orange Tribe who gets picked off by a group because Soda has her idol, I believe.
And there might also be a swap this season as well. So we never know how that's going to go.
Can that please happen next week?
I
need a swap so bad. I need it to happen next week. You're going to make me sit here for 2 freaking hours. What the hell is this 2-hour shit? Can we discuss that for 2 minutes?
To condense. Let's condense into 2 tribes. Let's just drop the 3, become a 2.
Yeah,
let's start with 2 hours. Y'all are killing me with 90 minutes.
Imagine how tired we are.
It's going to be back to 90 minutes next week.
Yeah.
Because The Amazing Race is starting up next week.
Thank God. Not that I'll watch it, but thank God.
I mean, I'll probably only tune into The Amazing Race watch it like the next day on Paramount Plus just for Danny Butler.
Same, yeah.
Man, I'm about to fight Paramount Plus again.
Are you still paying $500,000 for your Paramount Plus?
It's $6,000 now for the last 10 years. But listen to this shit. Now that I don't have commercials anymore, I mean, I was paying for not having commercials, and I was getting commercials for years, and finally that got fixed like last year. My husband and I are trying to watch Halo, and
that's your first mistake.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute you. You better hold on a minute. Look, I have a thing. Look, it's his thing. I'm just here for Pablo Schreiber. Okay, that's it. I'm just here for the man meat. But anyway, I'm trying to watch Halo, and it won't come up. It gives me the freaking error message. It won't load, nothing. So I have to go to another. I have the biggest freaking TV in my living room. It was a wedding present. It's like a movie theater in my living room. I've got to watch this kind of shit on this screen. But no, I'm in my freaking office on my little TV, whatever, watching Halo. Because Paramount Plus can't get shit together.
At least they're like finally releasing the Challenge All-Stars 4. That shit was filmed a year and a half ago. Like, I am so furious that it's taken them this long to like start promoting it, because it looks like such a good season.
They were really hedging their bets on the champion season 39. They're really, really hedging their bets on creating new favorites.
Now, there's the rumor that there's someone coming back that has never played on any All-Stars. Nothing like that hasn't played in 10 years. And I've been racking my brain trying to figure out who it is.
Well, I saw some, there's like 3 people who have only done 1 challenge on this season of All-Stars 4. I was reading an article on it.
Is Camilla on?
Camilla will never be back.
See, I'm thinking, like, what happened to Abram? How long has it been since we...
Abram?
Since he was on Bloodlines.
Okay, so it's been.
I don't think Abel will ever be back either. He's really going through like a really ugly custody battle. And like there's a reason that for Cara Maria's like documentary episode, they like didn't mention him by name like at all. Like I don't think that they want anything to do with him right now.
Yeah.
If I had my pick, I would say I want to see Queen Evelyn, the best female challenge competitor ever, to return and win the season.
I started watching Dirty 30, so I don't know much past that.
Dirty 30, guys.
Yeah.
Evelyn, is she going to wear the visor, though?
Oh, she has to. That's where all of her power is contained.
In her visor. I've never understood the power of the visor because it's like half a hat. It's like a mullet hat. No, it's not a mullet hat. It was like half a hat.
It absorbs the sun in the brim part, and it fuels you that way. Because just remember, Ev did the impossible. She got Paula to win.
Yes.
That is so true.
Have you ever seen a bald man wearing a visor?
Yes.
I have. That's why it's a mystery.
My uncle who golfs, who is bald, wears a visor when he golfs.
It's usually guys that have a little friar's tuck and they don't know it's there. And they're wearing the visor and they're like, God, my head is so hot. And I don't know why. It's like, what? It's like you got a sunburn. Okay.
Kylan, no, you're good. You're good. I saw this comment. So Kylan, one of our lovely patrons, is he's currently watching the challenge like for the first time, and he's at the island right now. And I told him I was like, you're in like Johnny Bananas like villain origin story this season. Like I love hearing his like takes on like watching all of this for the first time because he's in like the golden era of like the challenge right now, and it's very exciting to like get the takes of somebody like watching it for the first time.
The history behind the challenge and the metamorphosis, I could do an entire show because I remember when it was road rules versus real world back in 95-ish or so. I mean, it was a while back. So it's definitely not.
I think it's 98.
Yeah, it's
there was only 2 seasons of it before they did Challenge 2000.
Yeah, because the challenge initially was road rules because they were in a Winnebago and they went around and they did these little challenges. So, but anyway, Survivor, what are we going to do? What's going to happen next week?
But Allison, the problem is you doing an origin story of the challenge would not be as long as any of the seasons of the challenge.
I'm going to tell you something. That is not a lie. They have freaking 20 episodes of this past season.
39 aired for 6 effing months. Can you believe that?
Yeah, the one season we covered, like you guys, we all like partially covered.
Double Agents.
I think did we not get through 2 seasons of Survivor?
Yeah.
And the challenge still had not ended.
I had a grandchild created. My first grandson was created, and I was told about during that January, February, March, April, May. It's a lot.
June, July, August, September, October.
Let me tell you,
it felt like it went the whole year.
Yes. This is how I watched the last season of the challenge. I just fast forwarded to like the last.
Big Brother was too long last year too.
And now I'm watching the reunion, and I got all the tea from the reunion. I didn't have to watch all the episodes.
Yep. The 3-part reunion, you mean?
Oh, so good. 2 hours apiece.
Why do you need a reunion that's 3 parts?
Because it's 6 hours of dysfunction and mess.
With all the issues that Survivor has, they at least figured out how long a season should be, and they nailed it pretty early on. Like Big Brother's too long now too. It's just it takes 3.5 months just to get through a single season.
I did read that Big Brother Canada this season is 70 days.
Good. Okay.
So I'm like, I might jump back into BB.
Yeah, that's tolerable.
I might do it because Anthony and Spicy are back.
Tyler, put it down.
I'm going to be a casual fan. I will not recap it on this show, I will not
Allison,
watch
you want to take
digital
any
dailies.
bets on how long that lasts?
I'm gonna explain something to you, Matt, real quick, guys. This is what happened last year. This was an ugly breakup with Tyler and BB Can. He dumped that bitch, but it was terrible. He dragged her, got her arrested.
I saw at least saw the Twitter
order,
version of Tyler's breakup.
and now he wants to come back.
It was entertaining. I was at least entertained.
I'm flirting with the idea of taking my ex back. What can I say?
Just for
I
70
haven't
days.
decided. Yeah,
I'm
just for
lonely.
70
Tyler, listen
days.
to Dua Lipa. Don't.
True.
Yeah.
Don't.
Another show I want to touch on real quick while y'all are here. Australian Survivor. Oh my God, this season is so good. I love it so much. Have you guys been watching? Nate, I know you've been watching. Matt, have you? Matt, you have to watch it.
I've been paying.
I don't have the patience.
What do you think so far, Nate?
Wait, sorry, what were we on?
Australian Survivor.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this season's been great. The fact that almost every elimination has been a blindside has been incredible. I love how fluid the game has been. No alliance, like it's definitely like it feels like I'm watching Second Chances for the first time again. Everyone is taking it like they're never going to have another shot at this game ever again, and everyone is playing so hard from the beginning, and you know who everyone is, even if they're only given like one or two. If they're under edited, like Raymond, you still know who he is, and he's hilarious. Like, he's so funny. I don't like the advantage that they had this week. I think it was just an idol, but worse for everyone involved.
What was it? Was it something we've never seen on US?
Yes. So
what is it?
They had an auction this week, and the advantage was, this is classic Australian Survivor. They hide the advantage in an item at the auction, so everyone will just keep buying the food. And the person that got it, he pulled it out of a big thing of popcorn that he bought off the first item. And the advantage says, if every person votes for you at Tribal and you play this, only your vote counts at Tribal. So what unfortunately this type of advantage incentivizes is to make people think that you're ready to leave the game and get everyone to vote for you that way. Because if you take it the other direction and try to piss everyone off, there's a large chance, especially this late into the game, that people will not take you out because they'll see you at that point as a goat who just destroyed their own game to drag them to the end. So while technically speaking, the person that got it handled it correctly, it also puts a lot of people's cards unintentionally on the table, and it makes this player be put in the open when they normally would not have been, in order to just basically idle someone out. And it would have been better to just give him the damn idol. Like, just I don't understand.
It feels a little fluky. It feels a little like half baked. But that's like one like small zit on otherwise a really beautiful face that is Australian Survivor. Like, I totally agree, Nate. Like, this cast, like, we saw like the dominance of King George last season and how he just like ran the whole fucking season. Like a masterclass,
we met
right?
King George, didn't we, Tyler?
I had some interactions with King George, but you're so Polish. But
is that what he said to you?
Yes, he said that to me like 3 times. He's like, "You're like, I'm gonna call you the Polish man because you just look so Polish."
Didn't he think we were married?
Yeah,
he thought we
which
were
is
married.
also hilarious.
Well, you do act like an old married couple at times. So
But like, it's like the total opposite vibe this season. Like, there's no one like dominant player. Like, everybody is playing so strong, so hard, and it's really exciting gameplay. So I could see like anybody like pulling out the win at the end of this thing. And that's my favorite type of Survivor, is when like you never know like how it's going to go. Like, there is no solid alliance structure. Like, it is so fluid. You're so right, Nate.
I think the only person that will not win, however, is Rihanna. I think she is and Kitty. I think those are the two that will not win. I think they've both tanked their games too much at this point. So it's just. But other than that,
so that's my little spiel. Like anybody watching US Survivor, like go watch Australian Survivor. Like it is a treat and a half.
I can send you a link.
Yeah. Also, if you're a patron of RHAP, they have like international links. If you just Google like RHAP International, like it'll come up, and you just have to log in with your patron, and you can get links that way too. That's also how you can watch Big Brother Canada. Any like international show, like they have it. So
nice.
That's the main reason why I'm a patron, to be honest, is to get access to that stuff.
That's how I was watching Big
It's a good
Brother
perk.
Yeah. Well, guys, anything else we want to add to, Jelinsky's gone, oh, well.
Most iconic first boot in modern Survivor.
That was a pretty iconic, clueless.
Yeah, we haven't had as good of a one like that since the Philippines and Zayn. Like this does have a lot of strong Philippines vibes. It's like if the Philippines and Gabon had a baby, this is what that season would be. So
I like that comparison. I like that.
Oh my God, only the two of you. Only Nate and Tyler could come up with an analogy, and I'm sitting here going, how can I compare this to Survivor Thailand?
Look, if I'm going to play, I got to make up some metaphors, otherwise
Allison, there's no way to compare anything to Survivor Thailand.
Like, that is the
Survivor
only
Thailand was a mess.
I just saw a tweet, not even joking. Someone put up the picture of Banu, like it was Carson from 44, and he hit Banu with his five fingers out from Tribal, and he's just like, hey, Banu, what is the worst season of Survivor? And it just shows that picture.
And of course, that's the one that Allison.
That's the one Allison. Okay,
it's because Allison loves the bad stuff.
I was stuck to it.
It is. I think from like a psychology standpoint, it's interesting, but I think from an entertainment
wouldn't even
standpoint,
go that far, Nate.
Well, I'll put it to you like this.
Random.
I'll put it to you like this. My son is 27, and he was 9. No, wait. Okay, what was it? 2002 when it aired. So no, he was like 6, almost 7.
I think it was 2003.
Allison's right. 2002.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, you're gonna question my Thailand?
Right.
Come on now.
Allison, I will question your Thailand.
He was like 6.
But I at least will not put my hands around her throat and try to throw you off a balance.
Please. Oh, you know what? Man, we need to do a recap of this. Because let me tell you something. My son, I was sitting in my lap the first finale night of Survivor 1. Begone, I think it was. Was that Survivor 1?
Borneo.
He was Borneo. See, I could get. And he was 4 at the time, almost 4. So he has always been, and he watched Big Brother, like the original Big Brother. Like he's always been around this stuff, because every once in a while he'll say, "Hey, I'll mention something about Survivor, but that's still on." Anyway, so Thailand was the first season that we watched together every Wednesday night. That was our little thing, and it evolved from there. And I had to explain every single thing that was going on. And that's how I remember it, because it was kind of like watching the episodes multiple times for me. And then it kind of went on, and his favorite season was the Pearl Islands and all that.
Thomas, don't get us started about Survivor Thailand.
Tyler, Matthew, we might need to bring in our resident Australian psychologist to dissect that season.
Was he really? I bet he was trying to force choke Jeff. That's so funny.
Like, I will not go home. If you're not here, I won't go home.
It's the Jedi mind trick.
I did meet someone.
You will not vote for me
from the Thailand cast.
Who?
I don't want to say it on air. I'll say after, because he's very.
This is the winner?
No.
I'm betting it was Clay or Rob.
No, but he was very odd. Okay. It turned very dark and weird.
Oh, okay.
Had to be distinguished. That torch had to be distinguished. We'll talk about it when we get out of here.
Okay.
It's insane.
I'm see. This is now having me saying, because I like for the first 20 or so seasons, I had watched every episode live, so I'm now trying to recall my Survivor Thailand knowledge.
Yeah, I watched them all. I mean, it just back then you did watch it. I had like an actual TiVo, and I think even
didn't
back in
even have that. I
2003, I
literally-
still had a freaking VCR I was recording this shit with.
because this is how intense it was for me. My family went on vacation to my uncle's cottage before, like, the week before the finale of Borneo, and I had to get my uncle's janky ass TV with like the giant rabbit ears because we were down on a lake. There was hardly any reception. I had to watch that episode, the most static episode, and I was be damned if I was going to miss my episode of Survivor.
Do you
for
guys
vacation.
even know what that struggle is like to be like, man, I've got to be home at 7:00 tonight, guys. Survivor's on Wednesday. So
Yes.
I can't.
But
be
see, Allison, this is how wrong you are. It was on Thursday nights in the beginning.
That's
They
true.
moved it to Wednesday nights.
That's right.
Yep.
And also back then we were recording it on a VCR, so I couldn't rewind it to the beginning. I had to wait until it was over and then rewind the tape and then watch. That's why I'm like, dude, I gotta get home for like with the Survivor finales tonight. I'm not missing this.
Am I
care what's happening.
remembering wrong? Wasn't Kara Moen on Sunday, like Sundays that season?
I never.
Or is that when they
Kara Moen.
changed it? Good. You would be bored.
There are a
like-
few seasons I have not seen. I haven't seen Kara Moen. I haven't seen Redemption Island. I haven't seen Samoa.
Samoa's a good watch.
And I haven't seen
It's an
Vanuatu
alright
or
watch.
Fiji.
Well, you know, Big
Fiji you
Brother
need
and
to watch. You'd
Survivor
love
used to
Fiji.
follow each other
Yeah.
on Thursday.
Yeah.
Back in the beginning, way
Mhm.
back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of, and then they moved it to Wednesday. You know, it was kind of a thing. It was really crazy. But yeah, that was like the struggle was real. Like I got to get home to watch Survivor. You little spoiled brats with your TiVos,
Well, no,
TVRs, and online
Allison, I fully
streamers.
comprehend because I had to go. I went to a baseball game during the season finale of The Mole season 2,
Mhm.
and I recorded that on VCR.
Oh my God. I used to record Days of Our Lives when I was in high school. And every day when I got home, I was like, guys, I gotta go home, watch
My
Days of Our Lives.
grandmother still does that.
There's
She
some
records
shit
it
going
every
down.
day.
I gotta see what happened. And it was funny because it's like I would just record over and sometimes there was breaking
start
news
bleeding
and
together.
something happened and I didn't get to see my program. It came on at 3:00 in the morning. And how am I can't, what are you talking about? I gotta set my VCR for 3:00 in the morning. You know, that's what I'm gonna do for all my auto sets I got on my VCR right now. Sort of everything up. That's terrible. It's like a domino effect. Anyway, let me tell you something. We're going to do the evolution, not of the challenge, but of Allison's relationship with reality TV and VCRs. I used to record The Real World back in '92 on a VCR too. So, yeah. Yes.
Well, I think that wraps it up for tonight. It is 11 o'clock here, so I need to get to bed. But Nate and Matt, thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
See you in October.
Can we get a bold prediction from both of you of who the winner of Survivor 46 is before we go?
Bring up who's left. Bring up the
Monica is my pick. I think she can use Charlie to get herself to the end.
I actually agree with that. Mo.
I'm never picking a Swiftie to win. So.
Not Mo. Maria.
Maria.
Kylan says Hunter. I'm going with Metallica, dude. I don't know.
I think he's gonna get far. He's the person I'm surprised the most that doesn't have a ponytail, honestly, out of everyone in this cast.
Yeah.
But I think Maria's just giving me the vibes of someone that fully knows what her strengths are and what she's capable of. And she knows how to gauge people very well, as we've seen. Like she clocked Jelinski almost immediately. I mean, Jelinski is a terrible liar to begin with, but
oh God. And he went to that island too, didn't
yeah.
he?
I think she's the best positioned on green. I don't see how she gets hurt by any which direction she goes. I think she's in a pretty safe spot. I think she either goes based off of her edit. I think she either goes very early or she wins. I don't see much of an in between. So, yeah.
I also like Soda's
Bandu
odds.
will win.
Mhm.
Badu.
I don't like Soda's odds.
I like Soda's odds just because I think if she makes the merge, she could be one of those females who makes a run of immunities. I could fully see Soda just being like, "This is my immunity, and this is my immunity. Oh, and that immunity, that's mine too."
Jeff, just go ahead and bring it over. I'm here. Don't hand it to me. I'm gonna snatch it.
He'll have to use his knife to cut it off of her.
Yeah, I can see Jeff like trying to hand the necklace. It's like Soda's like, "No, that's my immunity."
Does Jeff just carry a knife with him everywhere like this?
Well, I think
just
Jeff
want
is
to
now
empty out his
entering.
pockets, see
I
what's
think
in
Jeff wants to be the villain.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to cast the villains. He wants to be the villain.
Yeah, which I think is fine. He are like the Survivor boomer players already hate him anyway. So it does, like I think he's like, I'll just be what everybody thinks I am.
I will give it to Jeff. He's lightened his hair dye. Am I the only one who's noticed that? It's not jet black anymore. It's more of a toned down, got a little highlight looking going on. It's more flattering to the Botox.
There you go.
I do think whoever's doing his Botox is not doing a terrible job, though. I've seen worse.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Yeah.
I've had a bad Botox job. Not currently, if that's what you're thinking, but in the past, I had a real bad lady who missed my face and shot Botox into my eyeball, not with the needle, but it came out of the syringe, and it scared the shit out of me. And he continued to let her inject me. Look at that shit. That was like 10 years ago. It was one of my first experiences. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please come back next week when I'll have be getting ready for my new nose. And I'm getting a new nose, guys. Did you know that? I'm getting my nose, the tip of my nose, reconstructed. Yeah, to look like Tyler. I wanted the Tyler nose.
It does look like my.
I'm tired of people thinking we're husband and wife.
You just want to reassert it even more.
Tyler, you're missing your chance to make a Glee reference and go.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I should show Allison that episode where Rachel.
It's a good episode for music.
It is. Listen, it has a great mashup. The "I Feel Pretty and Pretty" mashup.
And pretty. That's probably one of my favorite Glee mashups.
Good taste.
I Feel Pretty and Pretty.
Yep. Subscribe to this shit show.
Join the Patreon too.
YouTube, yeah, and
we're gonna recap an episode of Glee one of these days.
I'm down.
We need to do a live watch. Make me live watch an episode of Glee.
I would do a live watch.
Recap. I'll do it.
Well, me, Allison, and Beth, we've floated around the idea of we pick a random episode of TV that we have to cover, and each of us take a turn picking it. And I know that I would pick an episode of Glee for.
Do you know what episode you would pick?
I think I would probably pick Duet.
Don't tell me, because I'll go watch it.
I would say either Duets or I would do the Quarterback.
Oof, the Quarterback?
If you want emotional music and you want Allison to cry.
I couldn't do that to somebody. I love Allison and Beth too much to have that be their first Glee experience.
Allison, you think I'm a crier?
Or the breakup episode.
The breakup is a really good episode.
Allison, have you ever seen Total Drama?
Wait a minute, that's my life. What are you talking about?
It's like I live it. I don't need to watch.
Is that a show called Total Drama?
There is a show called Total Drama. It is a Cartoon Network spoof of Survivor. It's been around for a long time, and they're still doing seasons. I think the next one's season 7. They do have recurring characters, so it's like a mix of The Challenge and Survivor, and they even have a spoof of The Amazing Race for a season. It is hilarious.
I need to check that out. I'm gonna check it out.
I'm gonna call it now. Your least favorite's gonna be Owen. I
still watch South Park. Yeah. I mean, I remember when South Park came out. You know how old I was? 20. I don't think
I'm older than Pokemon. Please don't remind me.
Now.
I'm older than you. Shut your face.
All of you are babies. All right, it's bedtime. I'm fading here. We'll be back Tuesday night for the Deal or No Deal and the Traitors finale.
I would love to do it. I hate that the Traitors is going to end. I have so many thoughts about this season.
Traitors gone. I no longer care.
That's kind of how I feel.
Join us Tuesday.
All right. Everybody have a great rest of your night. Take care and bye-bye.